Yo people, welcome back to another match review. This one's a hybrid match review slash match preview. Before we get into this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Big emphasis on comment, man. I want to hear from you. I want to engage with you. I need some hope. I need some opinions, man. Let's go back and forth. Let's engage in the comments. Let's really grow this family, this community. Yeah, here on Curtis Talks Football. And yeah, man, press the hype button. Let's get this channel out to as many people as possible. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So, in terms of the match review, of course, I'm talking about Chelsea 0, Man City 3. Man, if you can't tell, I'm having to stand up for this video because the agitation, the frustration, just even saying it out loud, right away I go back to that moment, the final whistle, where for me, and I said it on my match reaction on Instagram, Curtis Talks Football, go check it out, go subscribe, or sorry, go follow, excuse me. It was a real highlight, an example of how far apart the two clubs are at the moment in Chelsea and Man City in every single department, from the ownership right down to the playing squad and everything in between. They're a club at the moment, and I say at the moment, over the last decade, that has just got every decision right. And like how we used to be, when they haven't got it right, they maybe still won something, but not won enough. Or if it's been terrible, they've got their manager out quick and they've got the next one has usually been the right decision. So one way or another, they've got their decisions right. And in the most important area, the transfer market, the playing squad. It is extra painful losing in the fashion we lost to Man City when 2 or 3 of their players we were interested in. We walked away from because we didn't want to pay the wages because of this system that and this structure that we've set up now that we believe is going to be long-term success, set us up for long-term success. But barring a Conference League and a Club World Cup, which we all know aren't the creme de la creme, apart from the Club World Cup and the fashion we won against PSG, nobody can ever take that away from us. But we're still abysmal in the Premier League. We limped out of the Champions League. Carabao Cup, again, we limped out of that. FA Cup, we're still in it, thankfully. Let's just see what we do in that semi-final against Leeds. Big game, that one. I look forward to it. But back to that Man City game. First half, we did nothing. We did nothing all game. We done nothing but turn up. We weren't, doing nothing in that first half. Yes, there was that missed opportunity from Cucurella where he was slightly offside. But other than that, I can't think of us doing anything special. We didn't dominate the game. We didn't take it to them. Didn't have me off my feet at any moment. It was just, we were there. We were there. Average. That's the word I would say. And we come out in the second half and we went from average to abysmal. And they just ripped us apart. Yet another mistake coming from playing out from the back from the goalkeeper. I'm sick and tired of talking about it. Man. Apologies, man. It's just, I don't know what to say because I'm sick and tired of speaking about it. I've not done this channel long and I've spoke about the goalkeeper probably every video. Negatively. Yeah? Negatively. In fact, the most positive I've been about the goalkeeper was when we got battered against PSG because I had to back Jorgensen in that game because he'd just come in and he actually was doing well, significantly better than Sanchez at playing with the ball at his feet. But again, I'm clutching at straws. I'm reaching for something because there's nothing for me to go off of. And going back to the point, I want to feel like this summer we're going to address it. I want to feel like all our problems, just like how I used to feel. When we had bad seasons under Abramovich, let's not get it twisted. We won the Prem and we finished 6th the following season. Don't get me wrong, that year we won the Champions League, but we still did poor in the Premier League. The Premier League is the barometer of how good your season is. Yes, you can do well in the Cups, but if you're doing poor in the Prem, yeah, in your league, in your domestic league, then cool, your team needs work, regardless of what it's doing in the tournaments. Because that's where you get found out. You can't accidentally win the Premier League, yeah, or any league for that matter. You can't stumble on consistency. You've either got it or you haven't. And we haven't had it for years. For years now. Coming up to a decade. In fact, it's a decade this year. We ain't won it since 2016. But as said, under Abramovich, for the most part, when we had bad seasons, I knew a big summer was coming. I knew that there would be, a proper attempt at rectifying our mistakes and our issues within the squad. Down to management, down to playing positions, you name it. With this lot, I don't have a clue. I'm not excited for the transfer window because it's going to be some other youngsters. It's going to be, I forgot his name, from Strasbourg, who we've sent off, Penders. It's going to be Penders that we call back that's going to go and goal. It's going to be some other young centre-back that we've got on loan somewhere, or we've got our eye on who we're going to bring in to pack out the defence. Same thing with a fullback. Same thing with a midfielder, a striker, a winger. We've already got that Quenda coming in, another young player. Yes, he's more promising and exciting, but he's on the right. Our problems are on the left. You know what I mean? We've got Steval, who's doing his thing on the right-hand side. Not perfect, but our best right-hand side player. We need somebody on the left-hand side because Garnacho and Gittins, when he was available, aren't doing nothing out there. And then we definitely need competition for João Pedro. We've got John Obi Mikel calling for Jackson. Jackson, is this what it's come to? That we're missing Jackson? Come on, man. Like, it's sickening. Yeah, he was a decent player. He was decent. He had his moments, but he was terrible. With all the chances that he should finish, all the chances in important games he missed. And yes, it might be some revisionism to say, oh, we're missing Jackson because the strikers that we've brought in now, namely Delap, we're not seeing a million chances. And we're not seeing, 15 goals that Jackson was giving us either. Yeah, I'm not sure what João Pedro's on, but he's been decent. Don't get me wrong. But Delap has been a failure so far. Right? And I don't even think he's going to get another season. There's already rumours circulating that we're probably selling. And that signing's feeling like a Keenan Dewsbury Hall type signing. 30 million, dirt cheap. It wouldn't surprise me if we move him on real quick. Real quick. But anyway, at the end of the day, Jackson ain't the answer. Far from it. Whoever that answer is, we wouldn't pay the money anyway. So there's no point anymore wasting my time, thinking about all the top strikers in the world, whoever they are. There's not many, but we ain't going for them. So let's just get that out of our heads from now. It's going to be some guy we've never heard of that we end up going and see the highlight reels. The highlight reels look decent. He comes to Chelsea, he flops. That's our reality right now. And it's painful. It's agonizing. I didn't grow up on this. I miss the Drogba, Lampard, John Terry, Ashley Cole, Ivanovic, Petr Cech, John Obi Mikel, Essien. But I could keep going and going and going. Anelka, Malouda, Kalou. Like, I don't even want to do it to myself. It's pain. It's pain. And I say all that to say that, cool, that's that review done. Terrible performance, terrible result, the only silver lining, and I hate to even talk like this, hence why I've saved it till last, but the only silver lining is that Arsenal dropped points And so this is kind of, we've helped Man City potentially be able to go and win this title, because of course I don't want Arsenal winning it. So, other than our game, I want Man City to win all their games. They battered us. That's the silver lining. I'll take it. And Tottenham in that relegation zone, in that respect, a great weekend. But again, this could all, I don't rely on that. I don't really care about that, to be honest. I care about it when it comes to the Arsenal banter, because they love make up noise. But I don't live my life like that. I'm concentrating on Chelsea. That's my love. That's my passion. That's who I want to see well. The sideshows of other teams failing, that's just a sideshow. It's just a bonus. Yeah? And it only matters when I see those Arsenal fans and they get excited, and I just love to just throw it back in their face, like we all do. But I'm not like Tottenham when they played Man City, I think, what was it, 2 years ago, where they were literally begging for flipping Tottenham to just score own goals pretty much so that Man City could stop Arsenal from winning it. I'm not on that level. No way. And I'm glad the fan base isn't either. But anyway, that was a little silver lining of the weekend. If that actually happens, where Arsenal throw this title away and Tottenham get relegated, I will be cracking up. It will be the funniest, craziest season of all time. Like, more crazy than the Leicester year. Anything you can think of, it would just be mental. Like, two massive rivals as well. Massive local rivals, North London derby, all of that. For the biggest teams in North London, two rivals, to crumble at their respective sides of the table, with one getting relegated and one historically bottling the league, it'd be unheard of. Literally. It would be something of myth and legend. So we'll see. But again, I'm not too worried about that. We need to make Europe. Which brings me to the preview of the Man United game. We need to make Europe. And that's why I couldn't even banter in any way before the game of losing to Man City, throwing that game, taking it easy, whatever. Because we're in a genuine situation, a genuine fight for this European spot, where right now, in all honesty, it's looking like we ain't making it. So, on Saturday, we need a big result at home against Manchester United, 8 p.m. kickoff. In regards to what I think is going to happen, we've done fairly well in terms of our performances against Man United at home. Away from home, been terrible against them. But we've had, since the new owners have come in, we've had some decent results here and there. So hopefully we can do a number on them. They lost their last game against Leeds. It might be a decent time to play them. Sometimes, not though, because they'll be looking for a bounce back. But hopefully we can continue their downward momentum, their downward trajectory, and just get a couple of early goals. I've always got to predict a win. So if we're going to do it, I say we do it at 2-1. 2-1. Man United could be pretty open. Maybe 3-1. I don't know where I'm getting that from, to be honest. I'm I'm surviving on hope right now. But we're due a good performance. We battered Port Vale. We've then gone and lost to Man City. They are right now the best team in the league on form. So it's not, as much as I've ripped us and said how bad we was, because we was, we're Chelsea Football Club. We shouldn't be losing like that. But regardless of that, they're still the informed team. Man United aren't. And so I have to kind of put a bit of perspective on it and say, cool, we have the opportunity and the ability, more importantly, to turn our recent performance into a good performance and grab a result. But we're at home. So that's the only other aspect. As much as I'm saying against United at home, we've been decent. Overall, over the course of this season, we've not been good at home. So that's the kind of caveat and the, if I'm having an argument with myself, that's what I would say. So who knows what Chelsea's going to turn up. We've got to obviously get some result at home. So I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm not going to say 3-1. I think I'm taking it too far. But 2-1 Chelsea. And yeah, hopefully we can then build up some momentum. Obviously win our semi-final against Leeds. Pick up some more results and get into that 5th position. I think that's the only, thing that we're fighting for at this moment. I don't think we're getting 4th from here. I think it's Villa who's in 4th. I can't see them throwing it away. But yeah, we can still catch Liverpool and we can get that 5th position. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. And hit that hype button, man. Let's get this channel out there. This has been Curtis Talks Football. I'm your host. Yo.